Hey YouTube, it's Erica and I'm back. This is video 2 because I've been gone too long and I have too much to talk about. It is Monday, November 19th, 2012, and so this is the continuation. And in this video I think I'm going to talk about kind of where I am head-wise, probably do some body shots, measurements, talk through measurements, and I don't know, whatever random stuff I come up with. Maybe this one will be 20 minutes as well, I don't know. Okay, so the last video I ended with Halloween. Halloween was awesome. I really wish that I could have worn that costume, the Celine costume, more than just one night, but I'll have it next year. So that cat suit will have to stay in the closet for now. Other stuff. Let's see. Head stuff. Well, actually, before I get to head stuff, I did want to talk a little bit about hair loss, because mine was crazy. It was going nuts, and I think the last video I said it looked like it was kind of slowing down, and it's definitely slowed down. I'm not losing, like, I think about a couple months ago how much I was losing compared to now, and I'm like, I'm surprised it didn't freak me out, but, you know, whatever it is, and but it's slowed down a lot, and I think a lot of that has to do with how much I'm eating. I'm not tracking calories and stuff, but my guess is I've got to be somewhere around 1,500. I mean, some days I almost feel like it's probably closer to 1,800, but I'm not sure. And I'm really surprised I'm not gaining weight, but I feel like I'm eating a lot, like grazing-wise. I'm constantly eating, and I'm eating higher calorie things for the volume that I'm intaking as well. So knock on wood, I haven't gained yet, um, but yeah, I think that that's contributing to the slowdown in hair loss. I think just having the calories that I need is probably helping me out. So anyway, let's see. Other stuff. I'm trying to think of other issues that I may have brought up. Let me know if there's something specifically that I've talked about or not talked about, or if you're curious about. Let me know so I can bring it up in a video, because otherwise I feel like I'm talking about the same thing over and over again. And the next one is head stuff. I mean, I think I've said it from the beginning that this is a surreal experience, and to go in 7 months to have lost 70 pounds is an enormous change. And to go from a size, I think I was probably about an 18 to an 8, is an enormous change. It's a huge identity shift, and it's really weird because there's some really contradicting things that happen. On the one hand, I feel like I deserve everything I want in life and should not have to settle. And on the other hand, I don't feel like I'm any different, and so I don't believe it's happened. And I see myself in the mirror, and I like the image more, but at the same time, I don't see it as being that different. So it's really strange. And trying on old clothes is helpful because I swim in them now, and it's bizarre because I remember not so long ago stuffing myself into a particular dress for a family birthday party last February. And there was a dress that I, fit into, but it was snug, and now it's like ridiculous how big it is on me. And it's very bizarre to think that that change has happened in such a short period of time. At the same time, I still see body flaws, and I mentioned in the last video my main flaw that I still see is my stomach. It's just, and I think it's probably the last place. I've talked to some friends that are thin, and they say when they start gaining weight, that's the first place it goes. So I would think it's the last place that's going to get toned. But at 145, I was expecting my stomach to be like nicer, and it's squishy. Ish. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not what I was expecting it to be. And I think probably the biggest thing is socially I tend to be a bit introverted and shy and awkward sometimes until I really know someone. So, like when I'm meeting people from the first time, I feel kind of geeky and I say stupid stuff, and I'm just uncomfortable. And I think I attributed that to my weight and my self-consciousness about my weight and where I thought I stood with other people. And the truth is, I don't know how much of it really had to do with weight, I think, or it's just habits that are lingering. I'm not sure, but I feel really inarticulate and just self-conscious, I guess, is the best way to put it. And I was disappointed, or I've been disappointed to find that I'm still that same weird, awkward person that I was before. And other things, you know, I guess I felt like once I'm thin, all my problems will be solved, and I'll all of a sudden be able to figure out how to save money and be more frugal and be smart about different things in my life. And I'm finding it's not really the case, you know. And more than that, now that I'm, you know, slimmer, I don't all of a sudden have some drive to go to the gym. You know, I don't all of a sudden have the desire to clean the house. Like, I'm not a different person. I still don't want to do the things that I didn't want to do before, and the weight has simply made things easier. So, I mean, I can go up and down the stairs much easier, and but that doesn't solve all the problems. It doesn't. There's something deeper to all of us, and that something deeper part doesn't change. The circumstances do change. So if I think about having to take some I live on the second floor of a condo. If I think about taking out or bringing up something heavy, or just having to go back and forth between my car for a couple of things, it's not as big of a deal now physically because it's easier. But I'm still a lazy bones, and I still would rather sit on the couch than go do that. But it's also taken a fear away. Losing the weight has taken fear away of physical activity, like I mentioned in the last video about Warrior Dash, Tough Mudder, hiking, all that kind of stuff. I think there was some level of fear associated with that level of activity, and having other people see me do it. You know, see what I look like physically, see the amount of sweat I produce, see how much I huff and puff, and some embarrassment over what my body looks like as it's attempting to run and climb over things. And what if there's some angle that they see and it's this really unattractive fat hanging out? And what was nice is there was a team member who was taking a video the entire Warrior Dash, and seeing the video and seeing pictures, stills from the run, there were no really bad pictures. You know, there were no bad angles. In fact, there were some that could have been pretty ugly and compromising, and it wasn't bad at all. So that's a relief to have random pictures taken of yourself and not have to cringe when you look at them. I digress all the time. What am I, 7 a minute? That's ridiculous. So I have measurements to do or to take or to tell you about, and some body shots so that we can take a look at what I look like now. And if I can edit in some photos, I will, because I have some from vacation and me in like my bikini, and then some from Halloween that I'd like to share, and I just don't know how to edit those in. So if you want to private message me and let me know how to do that, that would be great, because I'm not stupid. I'm just really don't want to have to figure it out on my own. I want to be able to easily click through a few screens and pull in the pictures and that be done. So, okay. Measurements. I did these a couple weeks ago, but I haven't really changed, so I'm sure they're the same. Natural waist is 30 inches, and the loss since the last time I did a measurements video is 0.5 inches. The loss since surgery or before surgery is 10 inches in my waist, so that's a lot. Lower waist is 35.5 inches, so no loss since the last video of measurements, and 8.75 inches since my pre-surgery. Hips are 40 inches, so I've lost 0.75 since the last video, and a total of 9.5 since surgery or right before surgery. Left upper thigh is 23.5 inches, 0.5 inches lost since the last video, 6 inches since surgery. Right thigh is exactly the same measurement and loss. Left calf is 15 inches, nothing lost since the last video, 2 inches in total since surgery. Right calf is same measurement, 15 inches, nothing lost since the last video, 2.5 inches since surgery. What's awesome, just those 2 inches has enabled me to wear some knee-high boots. There's still some that I mean 15 inches is still a big calf, but even so there are boots that I can actually put on, which I never could before. So that's awesome because I love shoes and I love boots. So I have one cool pair of knee-high black boots, which are hot, and they don't look stupid, so, and they fit. So anyway, and neck measurement is 13.5 inches, nothing lost since the last video, 2 inches lost in total. So my waist to hip ratio, so that's your waist measurement divided by your hips, That is 0.75. I think what you're supposed to have is under 0.8 for health reasons. And I think aesthetically in our culture we like, or I should say the men like, 0.7. Women like too. What we're conditioned to like in terms of waist to hip ratio and be attracted to is 0.7, I think, something around there, maybe 0.72. So my waist, honestly, my waist is, I think, a bit wide compared to my hips. I think always felt like that. Some garments make it look better than others, but my stomach is relatively flat now, but I'm still kind of wide. Anyways, okay, so those are all my measurements. I'm happy about, especially the waist. I mean, nearly a foot lost in the waist, and hips, 9.5 inches. It's very noticeable around my hips. Now there's more contouring around my hips. I think I'm about where I don't think I'll lose that much more in the hips, maybe a couple inches, but anyways, okay, body shots. 11 minutes, what did I say? It's going to be just under 20. So I think I normally wear some kind of workout something or other, and I'm just not today, so, and of course, a big mess back here. There. Okay, so I'm not sure how much you can see on camera. And I thought I'd do the stomach area that I don't like. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, there's music. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you everything. But since this is the area, and a lot of people have also, I think, asked about the skin and stuff. And I personally have not had a big issue with the skin. I have one area. Let me come up to the camera. Okay. So what I don't like is that my belly button kind of frowns. Scar-wise, I think it's okay. I mean, you can see the one here. One here. My belly button kind of covers the one that's in the belly button, but in general the scars are okay. It's, it's of course just the stretch marks. I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but I've got quite a lot of stretch marks on my stomach. And so, I guess from the side. So you can kind of see that, like, front, straight on, like I'm pretty wide, but at the same time I press against here and I do have muscle right here, so I think, I don't know how much this is going to get contoured as I continue to kind of lose weight, but if you remember some of the earlier videos, and I didn't really want to show you my tattoo, but anyway, so if you remember some of the other earlier videos where I had like kind of the big belly thing, and now it's better for sure. But this is the area where I can kind of grab it, like I can grab the fat, and I don't really like that. So this is all stuff that, it's pretty solid. I don't have, like, I don't know if I'm just rambling. I am rambling, but anyway, this is the stomach. I'm gonna get dressed again. So sorry if you didn't want to see all that, but I'm sure most people are kind of curious. I know I like it when people get naked on camera and show, especially when you can kind of see the before and after. So what I am happy about is kind of the shape of my lower body and of like my arms and my upper body. Like for the most part, I've gotten pretty toned. So like you can see, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is going to come up on camera, but the muscle tone is pretty good. It's just, the stomach, and when I sit down, too much crap. When I sit down, like, I've got this roll, and I really would like to not have the roll. So we'll see how much of that changes through time and just exercising and stuff. It may, when I lose more body fat through the next couple weeks, hopefully it will improve. So I guess that brings me 15 minutes to talk about kind of towards my goal. I'm being such a spaz right now. My eye's on the clock. I'm sorry. I've got things to do, and I've got to get to swim practice. So next week, I probably, it's Monday, I won't record a video on Thursday unless there's something in particular to report, but my goal is to, and it's Thanksgiving also, so I'm losing all this hair. I just said I'm not losing hair, and here we go. A week from Thursday, I am 145.2. I mean, I think I can take off a few more pounds, and I think that by changing my diet, going back to some of my workout routines, I can do that in a week and a half. So my goal is to be 142.0 in a week and a half, and I think it's a very doable goal. And then from there, I think so a week and a half would put us at the 29th, and then from there maybe 140 by the 6th of December. The 6th is a holiday party for me at my company, so hopefully I can still wear the dress. If I get to 140, I might not be able to wear it, but we'll see. 16 minutes, I think I've talked about all I need to talk about and want to talk about, but again, I really would welcome some questions or things that you really want to know about that I don't cover and I'm not thinking about. So I hope everyone's doing really well. I'm sorry that I've been gone so long, but hopefully this is helpful, and I'll talk to you in a week and a half. Bye, YouTube.